The livestream for 2.4 came bearing absolute bombs for the future of WutheringWaves. From the world building of Septimont being absolutely gorgeous, complete with new NPCs, tacit discords, apparently 2 new bosses, and much more, to amazing looking characters for 2.4 and onward. Today, I'm going to talk about which characters were shown in the livestream for the 2.4 version and future, and my theories on what kind of region we're getting after Septimont. To start off, for the majority of the stream, we have the characters for 2.4, being Cardia and Lupa, as well as 3 other ones, presumably either 2.5 or 2.5 and 2.6, Augusta and Prorova. Cardia being probably the most known to us, and arguably the most expected too, had a lot of things showcased. First off, we did already see her ultimate in a post by Geoff Keighley, having had permission to post it seems, but the livestream showcased a lot of more attack chains, her convene animation, which is absolutely beautiful and fits her so well as an idol of her playing with hand puppets. My personal opinion on the convene animation, and as to why it fits so well, is that the name Cardia is mentioned to be forgotten a lot of the time. So her coming out of the glass panes, much like the story that Carlotta told us all the way back in 2.0, it just makes a lot of sense that she's stuck in the stories and is now coming back to the present. Then we have Lupa, having much of the same content showcased, though it's the first time we're seeing her. Me personally, I didn't think I'd like her after seeing the drip marketing, mainly due to my expectation of her warrior character, as she doesn't wear that much armor to begin with, and also sheds it during her ultimate, but unfortunately her expressions are so good and give me gremlin vibes almost, and her being a complete team player, buffing teammates as well as being fusion, she might be really good for my S6 brand. I'm going so broke. After having those 2 battling over my astrites, the livestream showcased more characters and 3D models of 3 upcoming characters. Starting off with Juno, however you pronounce that, she seems to represent the moon as per her teaser on Twitter before. Being dressed more like a dancer than a warrior, if we ever see her fight, she might be somewhat like Kiana from League of Legends with her hoop-like weapon. Aside from her clothing, her hair is honestly so pretty to me, with all of its details, especially the wings and wreath fitting right into the Septimont theme. Secondly, we have Augusta, being her counterpart as the sun. Instead of looking like a Juno, she looks more like a warrior with a full breastplate and a gigantic sword. Her aura in general seems to be very imposing, speaking to the people of Septimont. Since Septimont believes in warriors and not deity, and thus not having any sentinel, she might be one of the leading figures there. Much like a Juno, she wears a lot of golden accessories, like sun earrings and a giant sun headpiece. I really hope these 2 will interact a lot, as their symbolism literally belongs to each other, but we'll see. Lastly showcased a lot is Prorova, speaking directly in the trailer and apparently having called back Scar finally. She probably is going to be playable sooner than later. I'm personally not too excited for this, as it's much too soon to get someone like her playable. We don't know too much about her at all, but I feel like Kuro's using that to make her redeemable, as showcased in a cutscene near the end of the stream. Another notable point is that the bandage she wears seems to hide a different colored eye, which I'm guessing will be part of a plot point for her. That said, since we already fought her before, she might have similar elements as to what she used back then. As if Kuro didn't drain enough of her wallets with these 5, at the very end of the stream, where I was already looking through what happened, they dropped 3 more entirely new characters. Galbrenna, Chisa, and a male. a male in this economy. Galbrenna appears in Septimont in the trailer near the end of the stream, so I'm guessing she'll still be part of it or in a transferring chapter to the new region. Aside needing to pay her barber less for that hairdo, she has very sharp nails on one hand, as well as mutations like feathers coming out of presumably her back and side. Her tacet mark is visible in the trailer and is on her upper back. Along with that, in the promo art, she's holding a gun, so it's very possible she's our next gunner. Chisa and Chuyen, on the other hand, look like they're not really from the current Wuwa we know. While Chuyen could count to being from Jin's show theming-wise, he is described as a wayfaring swordsman, so he's probably traveling all over the place. His tacet mark is not visible, but he's holding a fishing rod. ? With the wuxia cultivator theming and the description of him being a wayfarer, he might be another transferring character leading us to the new area like Galbrenna. Chisa, on the other hand, is in a schoolgirl uniform. Though ripped up a bit, her entire vibe and backdrop is absolutely not in Septimont anymore. She wields a scissor blade and has her tacet mark on her upper arm. With Chisa and Chuyen being themed this way, my best guess is that our new region will be somewhat Cyber Japan themed. I'm not only basing this off of Chisa being in a seemingly Japanese schoolgirl uniform, but also our next, very first collab being Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Edgerunners' environment has always felt Cyber Japan-esque, so if we're getting Lucy, Rebecca, David, or whoever, I feel like if you put Chisa next to them, she at least would somewhat fit in. Though I don't think Cyber Japan would be the new federation, but rather another region being funded by them, much like Raguna. But it is also possible we're already heading there, since we're also getting our first playable Fraxidus member. But what are your thoughts on this? I'd love to hear your opinion and who you're pulling for. And if the comments are too short for your answer, make sure to join my Discord down in the description or pinned comment, and feel free to discuss in general or the WutheringWaves chats. I hope you enjoyed and see you in Septimont. Bye bye.